Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. First carry for James Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot. And it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now Murray off play action. Sliding out of the punt. Open man Green. He's got it. Touchdown Arizona. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. It's caught. And it's 8-0. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Murray now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Murray. He'll buy some time right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw going into the hands of Williams.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Murray. Flushed out right. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Shotgun now from Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cards will extend their lead here just before halftime. Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Throw it, opening, and there he goes. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rally.
Exactly, and getting back there, making the tackle, and not giving up 2 points themselves.
A final shot before half for Murray. Rolling to his right. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gaud.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaud, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Murray now to throw. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Touchdown! Chase Edmonds from 19 yards away. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Murray. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, They're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Here's Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Connor. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Isaiah Simmons. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
First down, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now Murray. Ertz over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 39. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Back to throw it, Murray. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Another carry now for Edmonds. And now Edmonds going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going for it. It's Murray. Flushed out right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington football team. Now the big leg of Matt Pratt ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And down to the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Heineke. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Gibson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Heineke. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson a 5-yard touchdown. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Greg Dortch returning. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. Flush to his right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Edmonds. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 43-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Chase Edmonds, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Mike 52, Mike 52. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
Murray going to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Heineke. And that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Heineke. It's complete to Brown, right side. And down inside the 15 he goes.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Touchdown! Logan Thomas from 3 yards out. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Kendall Fuller in on the stop. A reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Eluding the pressure right. Escapes the defender. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hey. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Hey, they scared. They scared. 52's the mic. Mike 52. Mike 52.
Now Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Heineke on first down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray being chased out left. And this one is incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. Out to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Marco Wilson.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football at State Farm Stadium. And for the call, let's head back out to Glendale and hand it over to Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Dortch returning. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Check. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Sure. Not today. Mike 52.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right here. Hey, Mike 52. Mike.
Murray now to throw.
Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Jamin Davis able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Torrey McTyer. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Dortch returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And now here's another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Heineke slings this deep from McLaurin. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they're indeed going. Here's Heineke. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. 52.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Mike 52. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. This one complete to the running back, Chase Edmonds. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man, and it turns into a big play.
Murray now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Toy McTire. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Here's Heineke.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. Room to run past midfield. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now Heineke. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Heineke now. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Washington on 3rd down.
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
Heineke to throw it.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Taylor Heineke.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Sly on for the extra point.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From the 10. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Watch the run. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. All day, baby, all day.
Now Murray again. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 12, Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
26, Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
To throw is Murray. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chase Young. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray, he'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Murray. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. After the
touchdown. Out is Prater to kick.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25.
Fourth down, Heineke.
Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Murray, one final try. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for two.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Hey, pick it up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.